Hello guys, my name is Evelyn and welcome back to my channel if you are returning, which is very exciting. But I just realized I never officially made an introduction to this video. This video is just a reading vlog, read with me on vacation, slash Emily Henry marathon. It's just a reading vlog of me reading and being introduced to the books and world of Emily Henry and just seeing how much I read on vacation. Our vacations is very relaxing, so I do feel like I'll be able to read a lot, but I also am doing a lot of homework because school is kicking my butt. So why I chose summer classes, I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to pop in, give a little introduction to what this video is because I literally left y'all hanging and just started recording me reading and giving my thoughts on the book. But yeah, that is all. This is a very short intro. The title tells what the video is about and all of the clips. So I hope you enjoy this video. The next clip that you see will be the reading vlog. So I hope you enjoy.
I'm sitting pretty in my sundress. Me veo bonita, I could care less. No pienses que me impresionaste. I've been on.
So I'm here with a little tiny update. As you saw from the earlier clips, I did start Beach Read by Emily Henry, and I've only gotten this much into it. I've been reading on and off for about 2 hours now because we have a long road trip. It's a little over 8 hours. So hopefully I'll be finishing this book or almost done with this book by the time we get to our destination. But this is my first Emily Henry book, and so far I'm loving it. I'm eating this book up. I love the characters. I really like January, and I've noticed with the cover of this book and also the things that I've heard about some of her other books, the covers of the books look very happy and fun and refreshing reads, but I can just tell from just the little bit I read, her books get a little on the deeper side, which I didn't expect. Looking at this cover, I would just think it's a silly little cute little rom-com, very fluffy, nothing deep about it. But just from reading so far, I'm very surprised, but I really like that because it's more than just the romance and the budding romance between January and Gus. But I really like the characters so far. The little witty, I don't think I would call it banter, I guess, but the little conversations and I would say banter, the going back and forth between January and Gus is honestly so cute. I literally have caught myself smiling so big for a lot of their conversations, and I really, really enjoy it. So I'm excited. But yeah, I just wanted to give a little update while I'm in the car by myself because I didn't want to talk while everybody was in here. But so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm very excited to read it. And we'll see if I finish the book by the time I get to the destination. And I'll probably come back in once I get there. And I'll let you guys know if I finish it on the ride or if I didn't. So let's see.
Started over differently, moviendo con intención de whatever me. I don't got a second to waste. Yeah, no,
Hey guys, I'm coming with you with a little update. I finally made it. I'm in Tennessee. That's where the destination is. I don't think I said that, but I made it to Tennessee. And I did finish Beach Read by Emily Henry on the ride here. I love this book so much. It was so good. I'm very glad that this was my first, because this is my first Emily Henry book, and it was such a good introduction to it because I absolutely enjoyed this book so incredibly much. In all honesty, I am stuck between a 4.5 or a 5 star. I'm gonna sit on it a little bit, and I'll probably give like my official ratings at the end of the video. But right now it's leaning to like, I don't know, maybe in the middle, like a 4.75. I love this book. I love the characters. January and Gus were so amazing. I loved how their like relationship developed, and I love a slow burn. I just thought it was so cute. I absolutely love the characters so much. I found myself literally smiling and laughing, kicking my feet. But overall it was so good. Highly recommend. I did do a little bit of annotations. I don't know if you can see. I do plan on rereading it and adding more because I was just so invested in it. But I love this book. The next book we will be reading is, the next book I'm going to start by Emily Henry as well, is Happy Place. And I'm also very excited for this book. Hopefully I don't cry again, but I probably will because I cry over everything. So I will let you know how this goes, and I will give my official rating at the end. It's probably going to be a 4.75, but we'll see. That's all. Just a little update.
Catch me if you can, babe. I'm on a wave, I'm on my way to somewhere far away. Can't hit the brakes, but if you keep it back, I'll make a space. Stay a moment on my pillowcase. Moment on my pillowcase. On my pillowcase. Giving you a taste at the end of the day. I could care less what comes next, 'cause I'm not falling, just default.
Me trying to find a flattering angle. I look a mess. Sorry. Hopefully in the future clips I look more put together. But I just want to give a little update. I started Happy Place. I made it to chapter 6. So on page 50. So far it's really good. I really like it. We just briefly got introduced to like the friends and everything. I want to know what happened between Harriet and Win. I feel like, because this book does, I feel like take place over the span of like the weekend or however long it is. So I feel like it's gonna wait till like the end of the book to find out what happened. But I'm invested. So far I really like the characters. I'm in love with Emily Henry's writing, honestly. So I'm very excited to see where this book goes. But I just wanted to pop in and give a little update, I guess. We are about to go on a boat. I don't know if I'm going yet, but I doubt I'll film because there'll be a lot of people there and I'm awkward. But yeah, that is it. Hopefully in the next clip I look better. So sorry that this video is kind of all over the place, but it's a reading vlog, so it's gonna be a little chaotic. That's all. Okay, bye. Little update. I am on page 130. So far I'm enjoying it. I will say, so far I do think that I like beach read more than Happy Place, but I really do like Emily Henry's writing, so I'm very glad I started reading her books. So we're gonna keep reading.
Lay on my pillowcase, my babe, come have a taste, a taste, a taste. Lay on my pillowcase, my babe, starting over differently, moviendo con intención, doing it for me. I don't gotta say.
I'm like so frustrated because they're so in love and I just don't understand why. I just don't understand. Like I need to know what happened that caused the breakup, and I need to know it now. But I know that it's not gonna happen until probably closer to the end of the book. And I'm so frustrated. So frustrated because they love each other. Like when? Why? Goodness gracious. I'm so frustrated.
To waste, I don't got time. Catch me if you can, babe. I'm on a wave, I'm on my way to somewhere far away. Can't hit the brakes, but if you keep it back, I'll make a space.
I just want to start start this off by saying I am getting over a cold, so I'm probably going to sound very stuffy. Very sorry for that. I'm going to try my best to like pretend and like push through the stuffiness, but in some words you're probably going to hear it. You're going to be like, "Ooh, girl, you're sick." Yes, I know. It happens. I just want to start off by saying I'm very sorry. It's been raining all day, so it's a very cloudy and gloomy day today, which I love, but the lighting is going to be terrible for the end of this video, so I'm very sorry. So it is finally the wrap-up portion of this week's video. I'm back home, obviously, so vacation is over. Sadly, I'm not happy about that. I don't want to be back in Ohio, but whatever, it's fine. I actually read 3 books on vacation, but I read one on my Kindle, but I kind of wanted to do like a themed Emily Henry video. So that book is not going to be included in this video, but it will be in my reading wrap up. So if you are interested, it will be up after this video sometime. So I read 2 Emily Henry books in this video. As you guys saw, it was my first introduction to Emily Henry books, and I'm just gonna say, as you could probably tell from the other clips, I am in love. I love Emily Henry's writing. I love the 2 books that I've read. I'm so excited to go out and buy Book Lovers, and I think it's People We Meet on Vacation. I just love her writing, and the characters that she makes and creates are just so lovable, and I just like I was flying through these books and I enjoyed every single moment. Like, I would open up the book and be so happy that I was reading it again, reading more of it. So I am very, very glad that I finally bought Emily Henry books and read 2 of them, because they're amazing and I loved every single moment of both books. You hear the thunder? So it's my favorite weather, but not ideal to film. But getting into the books while we're all here. So the first book I read was Beach Read by Emily Henry. Right off the bat, this book, 5 stars. I loved this book so incredibly much. Like, if I could marry a book, I'd want to marry this book. Words can't describe how I feel about this book. It's so amazing. I love every minute of this book, like from start to finish. January and Augustus were amazing. They're such lovable characters. I just, words can't describe how amazing I thought that this book was. So this book follows our 2 main characters, January and Gus. Both of them are writers, and they are facing writer's block as of currently. So January usually writes romance books and Gus writes literary fiction. And so since they are facing writer's block with their normal genres, they decide to like make a bet to see who can write the better book, but they switch genres. So January is going to be writing a literary fiction, whereas Gus will be writing a romance novel. So it's about learning the ropes and the ins and outs of writing a book in a genre that is something that they don't normally write. And it was really interesting to see like how they got used to it. So like January would take Gus like around the place they were at to cute little like romantic spots to give him some inspiration for his book, whereas Gus was helping her interview people and go about his process of how he decides what his literary fiction books are going to be about, vice versa. So I really like the aspect of it, and then it just follows them and reconnecting after college, because they did go to college together. So they reconnect and just learn more about each other, open up to each other, because they both are pretty, like, they both have walls built up for valid reasons. So it's like about them like climbing over those walls for each other and finding comfort in each other and healing together and just falling in love in the process. I absolutely loved the writing of this book and the pacing and the development of their relationship. it was honestly amazing. I absolutely, like, I keep saying that I love this book, but like I genuinely like am in love with this book. I just thought it was so well written. This book made me laugh, it made me smile, made me sob closer to the end of the book. It was just such an amazing, amazing read, and I'm so, so glad that this was my first introduction to Emily Henry, because like first Emily Henry book, and I rated it 5 stars. So I'm very glad that I read this book. Also, there's so many like good quotes in both books that I'm going to be talking about, but I have my little annotations. I definitely plan on rereading it, so my annotations will probably grow. There's just so many good quotes and little phrases in this book that I just absolutely adored. Let me read you. I'm gonna read you a quote. Okay, so there's a part in this book that like I can't describe to you how much I love these characters, especially Gus. I love Gus to the bottom of my heart. Augustus Everett, I love him so much. But he says this to January. He says, "When I watch you sleep, I feel overwhelmed that you exist." And I just, like, that's just like a little snippet of like the entire scene, because like I don't want to give away the scene. But just like when he said that, I was like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I love this book so much. So many good quotes. I could literally read so many of them. I'm not going to do that. I'm probably going to read like one quote from each book. But when he said, "I feel overwhelmed that you exist," I just like, the emotion that I went through when I first read that, I can't. But once again, for the millionth time, I love this book so much. I also plan on getting the UK version, because the UK version has an alternate ending, which I just found out on TikTok, but somebody posted the ending, so I did read the ending, which I like that ending more, I think, than I do the US version. Don't get me wrong, the ending to this version is phenomenal. I love the book. But the UK version, there's just something about it, and I'm just like, yes, please. So I definitely do plan on getting that version as well, just because I want it and I love it. So I'm going to get it because I have no control. I love this book so much. Emily Henry, the woman you are. The woman you are. That's all I'm going to say. And then the next book, and the last book that you saw me read in this vlog, is Happy Place. I thoroughly enjoyed this book as well. This was like my first second chance romance. I was a little hesitant to get into it because I was just like, why are we giving men any chances to begin with, let alone a second chance? That's just my thought process all the time. But I love this book as well. I rate this book 4.5 stars. I feel like I'm just gonna kind of repeat myself almost. I once again loved the writing, the pacing of the book. The whole book like takes span over like a week or a little less, because it's like a trip that she's on with her friends. But I love the characters. Every single character is so lovable. I wanted to be a part of the friend group. Like, I wanted to be in Maine with them at their happy place. Like, I wanted to be involved. I felt like really left out. But it's such a good book. And to talk a little bit about what this book is about, it follows the entire friend group, but our two main characters are Harriet and Wynne. And they have been dating for like 8 years, and they broke up, but they never told their friends because they were always Harriet and Wynne. Their friends knew that they were always together. They were just like such this great couple that the friend group kind of all looked up to and just thought, like, if they could make it, anybody could make it, because they're living proof that love exists. So they didn't tell their friends, and their friends got together and they wanted to have like a friend trip at their happy place in Maine like they do all the time. So instead of ruining the like beautiful happy aroma that is their happy place, they decide to pretend that they're still together to not ruin anything. So now they're, after months of being broken up and separated, they're back together, having to act all lovey-dovey and touchy like they've always have been in front of their friends. And so obviously that brings up like emotions and feelings and like confusion, because like all of a sudden now they're thrown together and they have to stay together and just like pretend that they're still happily in love and like nothing is wrong. The reason I think I gave it a 4.5 instead of like a 5 stars is simply because it just made me so frustrated, but like also in a good way. So they broke up, but they never really had a conversation about why, or like it was never asked like, why did you break up with me? So we're kind of left in the dark for a lot, because as well as the characters, because they're just like, they keep beating around the bush and they'll be confused and wonder why they broke up, but nobody asks the question or like makes the move to like say why they broke up until later in the book. So I was just like so frustrated, because like I wanted to know like what happened that made you decide to break up with them. Like I was just beyond frustrated and confused, and I just wanted to know right away. Overall, it's a beautiful book. I absolutely loved the friend aspect of the book. Like it wasn't just, neither one of the books were just like completely revolved around the romance and like the couple as a whole, which I really, really liked, because you know we love books with some depth and that aren't just like just about the couple, because I mean that's fine, I love books like that obviously, but when there's like a little more to the book, that just makes it. But I absolutely love books that have a strong friendship or found family in the book. In all honesty, I would prefer that over a book with a couple, because friendships I just hold so dear to me and I just love so much. So if there's a book that friendship is like a heavy topic, and like the book really talks and goes into depth about the friendships, I'm going to love that book so much. So this was definitely an amazing read, and I'm so glad that I read it. I definitely do think I made a good choice in reading it on vacation, because they're also on vacation, and like some of the quotes and like things they say just like really resonated with me, also because I was surrounded by my loved ones in a very my happy place, because I love Tennessee. So it was a great read. I enjoyed it so much. Highly recommend. And I also read a quote from this book as well, because like I said, tons of amazing quotes, as you can see from my annotations. Okay, so probably my favorite quote from this book, and one that I felt heavily, mostly because I was on vacation as well, so I really related to this. So they're having, like the whole friend group is having like a conversation about what their favorite part of the trip was, and Harriet says like her favorite part is going to sleep, and her friend Sabrina says, your favorite part of this amazing trip I planned for us is going to sleep? And then Harriet says, no, it's going to sleep so tired in a good way, feeling content and exhausted and relaxed, but also excited to wake up and still be here. And I just thought that's such like a beautiful way to like put it. It just really resonated with me, and I really felt that, especially at the time and in the place I was at. I was just like, I feel like almost everybody can relate to that at like some time in your life, no matter where you're at. Like you have that feeling, like you go to sleep, you're like today was such a good day, like I can't wait to wake up and like see what tomorrow brings. So I really loved that specific quote out of many quotes, but I really wanted to share that one because I just thought it was so amazing. So once again, this book, phenomenal, a phenomenal read. I just like, I words can't really describe how I feel about both books. Like, they were both just so amazing. I absolutely love her writing, and I'm so excited to read her other two books and more of her books as they come out, because so there will probably be a part 2, like Emily Henry reading vlog part 2 of reading her other books once I get them. So I'm very excited to add Emily Henry to my bookshelf, because she has definitely, just from these 2 books alone, she has climbed up my favorite authors list. I don't have that many like faves where, like, if they're putting out a book, I'm gonna buy it regardless. And even if I start reading it and I'm not the biggest fan, I'm gonna finish it. I don't care. So she has definitely made it up there. I'm so glad that I finally picked up her books, because they're just phenomenal reads, honestly. I understand the hype. I understand why people are so enamored with Emily Henry's books, because, as am I, her books, they just, like, it's so much more than just like the romance. Like, I love books when there's like I said, some depth to it. They go a little deeper than just like the relationship, and just like some of the problems and like stuff that the characters experience in the books. Like, they hit home in the sense that, like, they're so relatable, and like realistic problems that a lot of people go through, as well as the friendships and the bonds and like the ups and downs of just being a human, honestly. So I loved these books. These books were incredible reads, and I'm so glad that I got to talk about them and express my love for them. And I'm sure that you can tell from this video, this has been like, honestly, one of the videos that I've been most excited to film, just because these books were so good. And on my way home from vacation, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to film the wrap up and like talk about these books and like just express it out loud how much I loved reading these 2 books. And I just, amazing. So if you have made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching it. I hope you enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed reading these books and filming this video. Honestly, it's probably one of my favorite videos that I've done so far, because I'm in love with Emily Henry's books. But I did hope you enjoy it. If you did, please make sure to give it a like. Comment down below if you have read an Emily Henry book, or like which Emily Henry book is your favorite, because I would love to know, and we can bond over the fact that we love Emily Henry's books, because she's amazing. But that is all I have for you guys today, and with that, I am signing out. Bye!